Okay, Ben. Well, you scored 18 out of 100 in the last test you did for me, so let's see if you've done better this time. Great start. Why haven't you done the 10%? Using a calculator, 10% you'd write as 10 pence in pounds, which would be 0.10, times that quantity there. Do that in your calculator and that's your 10%. Should be able to do that. Meters squared, meters kilograms. Centimeters cubed is okay actually, but we would tend to use litres for bucket because it tends to be liquid capacity, but centimeters cubed would get you the marks. BFCG is right, well done. So the only mark you dropped there is the 10% one, so you would get 12 marks for the first page. That looks good, so that's 2. Now then, how on earth have you let yourself write the answer 4 when you've written 4 times 21 add 15? That's got to be more than 4. 4 times 21 add 15 is correct, but what you've done from there I've got no idea, but you get the 1 mark. The hiring fee is 20, so that's good. This is correct. Why haven't you worked that out now? Okay, so you need to put brackets around that to show that you're going to add them all together first, and I think that's a dot there, so there should be a dot there to show me that that is divide by 9. You're going to get a mark. You're going to lose 2 because you haven't worked it out. 2, 4, 6 for the page. That's correct. 42.99 take 20.99 isn't 21.20. Am I picking up that you haven't got a calculator? If you haven't, you really need to get one, Ben. Before now, just use the one on your phone. That's 20.99. 38.39. That's good. Height of a car, 1 meter is a bit low. Well, it's very low actually. It's about 3 foot. You're looking for 1.5 meters, really. Anything between 1.5 meters and 1.7 meters probably. So that's not high enough. The car isn't 0.5 centimeters. It's a bit more than that. On paper the building is about 8 centimeters, so using what you've written there, that's actually correct. Okay, using your not great estimate there, so you're going to get the 3 marks for that, giving you 3, 6, 9 for the page. 3675 is good. 29 is good. If you're going to write it like that, there's nothing wrong, but make sure that it's clear what your answer is. If you're so input is 5. Okay, I'll give you the mark, but you need to be careful. Similarly here, describing words, that's not a word. And sequence goes down in 8 is wrong. They're being halved each time. 64 divided by 2 is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. So you're not going to get either of those. One, well, in both of them you use numbers, not words, but actually this sequence is completely wrong with you as well. So total for that page 7. Have a look at my video clip for that, because you should be able to work out what's going on there. That's correct. No, it's not. That's incorrect. And that's incorrect. And you're not showing me what's happening each time, so you're not going to get any marks for that. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Again, what is x? You're not telling me there that x is 32. Okay, you've just embedded it in your answer. What they're looking for there is x equals 32. If you'd just written 32, you would have got the right answer, but because it's embedded in there, you're not going to get it. That is negative 13. Well done. Right, have a look how I do that on the video clip. What you've done here is a really common mistake, and it's wrong. If you take a look at just this bit of information here, okay, this is saying to you that there were 14 patients in the hospital who each had 2 visitors. So the number of visitors in that column alone is 28 visitors. 12 patients had 1 visitor, so there are 12 visitors totally in that column. So that's what you have to do, and then add up the total number of visitors. 2 for the page. Okay, so you've done some good work here. That is correct, but you've then gone on to reduce 72 by 36%. All they want you to do is work out what that is, 25.92. They're not asking you to increase it or decrease it by 36%. So that's your answer. Can't give you full marks because you haven't answered the question. This is good. Pie charts, make sure you can do those. Have a look at the video clips on the website. There's something if you have a go at. You should be able to get your head around those pretty easily, but you do need to buy yourself a protractor if you haven't got one. Bearings we did last week, so you should be able to do that now if you've got the right equipment. This is utility bills. It's worth practicing. Okay, have a look on the website. This is good. Yellow and blue is correct, and that is that was wrong. What have we done here? Green and blue. Blue is 0.37, but green is 0.24. You've added yellow. You'll get 1 mark for adding, but you're adding the wrong things together. So there's a percentage question, which is an increase. So it's similar to the method you did too much on the previous one. And again, without a calculator, if you don't have a calculator, you wouldn't be able to answer that, or you could, but it would be a lot of work. 4 marks for the page. And that's not right, but again, without a calculator, you would struggle with that. So total for the paper is 12, 18, 27, 34, 36, 39, 43. 43. Right, well that's a grade F, I'm afraid, Ben. It's only 2 marks off a grade E, but it's still quite a long way away from what we're aiming for with you, which is 70 for a C. Nevertheless, it's a big improvement on 18, but I got a feeling you didn't have a calculator or something there, because there's lots of questions that if you'd had a calculator it would have been straightforward.